So I've been sent this really exciting package from, and I think you pronounce it Fuumuui. So they approached me and asked me if I'd try out some of their products in one of my videos, and there was one thing in particular, one of their products I've been absolutely dying to get my hands on. I was actually planning on getting them at some point, and it's this lovely set of paints, really unusual. Solid opaque watercolor, and they're in absolutely what looks like beautiful muted colors. And I was thinking these would really complement the Gansai Tambi paints, because there's not really many muted in the Gansai Tambi, so I thought this would just be a brilliant addition to those. So it's colour mixed with grey and they look amazing. Oh, so we've got a nice tin, lovely white tin that they're in. This is 24 colours. We've got a swatch card. Look at them, they look amazing, they really do. And they've sent me a set of travel paintbrushes. They said I could pick whichever ones I fancied, and I went for these ones because these ones have got unusual ends. Right, we'll start with this one. So we've got a cat's tongue shape on one end and a round on the other. Cat's tongue number 4 and a round number 6. And this one we've got a dagger shape, which is that one, and a larger round. And then the last one we've got a detail brush on one end, so it's a super small round brush, and a flat. So that's a good variety of different shaped paintbrushes, which is why I thought that was quite an interesting set. They come in a lovely little case. So you've got 6 brushes in that little case, which is really nice. Yeah, Fuumuui, I think it must be Fuumuui. So I'm going to have a little play around with them first of all, and then I'm going to create a picture. Just feel really nice, really nice. Let's see what they dry like. So I'm going to have a little play around with them in a sketchbook, but I just want to show you these because they're so cute. I've showed a couple of these in previous videos, so I know some of you will have already seen them. But I got a couple of these really cute sketchbooks and the watercolor ones, and then I saw loads of other designs that I absolutely loved. So I've been super indulgent and I bought all the designs. I've just got to show you them because they're just so cute. But they're really cheap. That's why I bought quite a few. Absolutely beautiful. So I got this one. These two are Look at that, how beautiful is that design? Beautiful cloth cover, lovely strawberry design. So cute, with a cute little girl character on. And then this one as well is also another kind of strawberry design. Absolutely lovely. I got some of them on Stationery Pal, I got some of them on Temu, and I got some of them on AliExpress. All those Chinese companies seem to sell them. I've got that lovely pattern. I got this cute little black cat. It's a little bit dull, the pattern on this one, but it's got a black cat on, so I had to have it. Then this one with the cute rabbits and hills. This one with the cat, I absolutely love this one as well. It's so lovely. And they all have like a matching elastic closing band with the same colour. And then this one with some cute little ducks on and blue flowers. How lovely are those? Yeah, I just thought I would show them off because they're just so cute. Some of them have got smooth paper and some of them have got textured cold press, and it's watercolor paper. It's not cotton, it's just regular watercolor paper, but for sketchbooks it's just perfect, especially for this type of more opaque paint. I think, you know, more like a gouache. So I'm going to choose one. I think I want a textured one. So that one's smooth. It's textured. Yeah, so I've got 3 of them are textured and the other 4 are smooth. Which one do I want to use? So hopefully these should last me for years to come. But you don't often see something that's just so lovely. So it's best to grab them while you can. I mean, loads of the patterns have sold out already. I think I'll use this one. So we've got 3 different tones. We've got the number 1s, which are the lightest, and so there's 8 of those. Then we've got the medium, which are the number 2s, and then the darkest ones, which are the number 3s. So I'll play around with all the lights on one page, all the medium on another, and then the dark on another, and put them side by side like that. And I'm just gonna paint my favourite squares. Going to paint them side by side, let them blend into each other. Just a nice little relaxing way to paint. And they're so super creamy. I'm actually just swatching them out and I'm super impressed. And I'm not just saying that because the company sent me them. I am genuinely super impressed with these. They seem really, really smooth and creamy. If you look at, I was looking at the swatches, look how smooth they've dried. They go down really creamy, and there's no streaking. They're not streaky at all. They're not chalky, they're not streaky. They activate easily, and they're just so creamy. You can use it really thick as well. And it's just, I know I keep saying it, but it's just so smooth and creamy. I absolutely love the greens and the blues. They're so nice. That is just such a beautiful blue. Love muted blues. I'm gonna have a little play around with the brushes to try and create some shapes with the unusual ones. So this is the dagger brush. I'm going to make the paint nice and watery for this. I don't want it to be thick, so I'm just going to use it thin down like watercolor. Just do some leaf shapes. I really should look up some tutorials on how to make leaf shapes with the dagger one, because I don't think I've ever used one of these before, and I've seen people creating beautiful leaves. Yeah, I think if you maybe twist it while it's on the paper, you can get all kinds of different shapes. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Now I'll try the cat's tongue shape. Just going to make a super long one. Great for making really long, kind of thin blades of grass. Yeah, I really wanted these brushes because they've got the unusual ends, because most sets of brushes, they're usually just full of round brushes, but I really like these. And I have got travel brushes, but they're all rounds, and this company has a huge selection of different kinds of brushes. I chose these ones because they're synthetic, but they have a wide variety of brushes, and I've got links below if you want to go and take a look at their site. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but they've just sent me this stuff to try, so if you want to go and have a look, click the links below. They've got quite a lot of stuff on their website. On the dark page, I did a little bit of experimenting with more paint over the top, and I started off with the lightest colours because I thought I'll put the lightest on the darkest because it'll show up more, but it didn't work. They were too light. So these are all actually different colours, so they just look white. So I went for the mid colours, so the mid-tone colours over the darks, just kind of an experiment to see how opaque they are, and they are only semi-opaque. Some of them I put 2 layers on and it showed up a lot more with that second layer on, but the difference on the white paper is huge, so they do work better on white paper. I'm gonna get probably the ugliest pattern I've ever made but I was just messing around, and I'll probably use this and add some black and white acrylic pens over the top. So there we go, the lights, the medium and the dark. Kind of wishing I didn't ruin this and I just left it kind of the same as that. So I think now I'm going to paint a picture. Now I'm not going to use just these colours on their own because there just isn't really enough colour to use them on their own. I think these are going to be best used in combination with other watercolours, which are often lacking in beautiful muted tones.
Easy rider on the highway, station wagon going slow, windows open, you are basking in the bluegrass radio. It is easy now to see with your hand out on the wind. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget.
I'm going to paint this middle section in the yellow grey and then drop some of the darker colour into the edges. But I'm really watering it down because it's actually quite strong on the white paper. Just using it kind of like a watercolour consistency. And then just drop a little bit of darker colour in the edges, maybe kind of around those bricks. And just leave it to kind of blend in. I'm going to use a nice, really light mint green colour. I will say this, the water that I dropped on them before, it's taken like a really long time to dry. Can you see like how soft that is? It stays soft for ages. So I'll do this one like a super light green. I'm using this really light green on this one. And then I'll add some more colourful areas on the other elements, on the other little house areas. So there'll be a nice contrast of maybe some brighter colours along with the muted, just to give a nice contrast.
Pink azaleas by your driveway shade our leisurely goodbyes in your terry cotton sweater.
I think it's looking quite nice already, actually, just with the muted colours. I'll see what it looks like with muted, and if it feels like there's something missing, I'll add some more colour. But I think those three colours look pretty nice together already.
I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget. And your shadow to the coast, past the surfing whitewashed beaches, under cypress trees and smoke, carved like lovers into driftwood.
I love the way they just blend into each other, wet in wet. So I've made the roof kind of multicoloured using all the colours. Now I forgot that there was a purple. I wish I'd done one of the little house parts purple. So I have put some of the purple in the roof tiles, and then I'm going to make all the windows dark. I'm going to use this really dark purple for those. Okay, so that's as much as I'm going to do with the paint. Now I'm going to outline the whole thing with some scratchy black lines, and then I'll add some details and some highlights. There we go, so that's the finished painting. I think it's quite cute. I'm glad I left it all muted. I think it looks kind of nice. And I love the paints. I absolutely love them. I think you're limited to what you can paint if you just use this set on its own. It'll definitely, I think, be better when used with other colours. And yeah, just a lovely set of paints, lovely set of brushes. Go and have a look at the website with the links below if you want to go and have a look and see what else they sell. They've got their own watercolor paper and all kinds of things. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll have another video up next Sunday.